The Bold and the Beautiful recap and breakdown, a punch, a scandal, and a storm brewing. Elektra shocks everyone, Sheila plots. And the families fracture. The Bold and the Beautiful is not holding back. In one of the most explosive weeks in recent memory, everything fans thought they knew has been flipped upside down. Families are splintering, loyalties are shifting, and a single punch has set off a chain reaction that could unravel more than just a few relationships. It could tear entire dynasties apart. From Elektra's jaw-dropping act of violence to Sheila's marital paranoia, and from Taylor and Deacon's uneasy alliance to Hope's quiet turmoil, this week's episodes have delivered nothing but full-throttle drama. Let's start with the punch that shook Los Angeles. Elektra punches Luna and everything falls apart. It started with shouting. It ended with silence. Elektra Forrester, brimming with fury and heartbreak, stormed into the room where Luna Nozawa was seated on the sofa, smug and composed, waiting for a fight she thought she could control. What followed was a clash that had been brewing for weeks, ever since the truth came out about Luna's supposed pregnancy with Will Spencer's child. "You're trying to ruin his life," Elektra screamed, her voice laced with venom and pain. Luna, never one to back down, replied with a cold, calculating smile, "And there's nothing you can do to stop it." Those words were a fuse. Elektra didn't hesitate. With a sudden movement that caught everyone off guard, she lashed out and punched Luna square in the face. Luna's head snapped back and the force knocked her clean off the couch. Katie Logan gasped in horror, both hands over her mouth, frozen in shock. Will lunged to grab Elektra, wrapping his arms around her waist, trying to restrain her, but the damage was already done. Luna hit the floor hard and rolled over slowly, her face a portrait of disbelief, pain, and dangerous calculation. Elektra, breathing heavily, stood over her enemy with a wild glint in her eyes. For a moment, it looked like she felt satisfaction until reality settled in. Luna is pregnant, or claims to be, and now Elektra may be facing a felony assault charge. The aftermath, silence, shock, and strategy. Everyone in the room was stunned. No one moved. Katie was the first to speak, her voice barely above a whisper. "You hit her," she said to Elektra, her voice shaking. "You hit a pregnant woman." Will's eyes were darting between the women, torn between his loyalty to Elektra and the horror of what had just happened. Luna didn't cry. She didn't scream. She simply pressed her hand to her cheek, then to her stomach. "That's going to bruise," she said coldly. "And so is your reputation." Elektra knew it immediately. Luna was going to use this. She had handed her enemy a weapon and Luna would wield it with surgical precision. Taylor and Deacon, a line crossed elsewhere in town. Another scandal was simmering. Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp have been dancing on the edge of danger, and now they're teetering off the cliff. What began as therapy quickly became something else, something intimate, something blurred, something both of them refused to name. "I'm always here to help," Taylor said gently, her hand briefly touching Deacon's. "I'm going to need all the help I can get," he whispered back, gratitude and something deeper swimming in his eyes. That moment didn't go unnoticed. Cameras are everywhere, and one lens, whether by design or accident, captured the moment. That photo is now floating in the shadows of Los Angeles, waiting to surface and detonate. Brooke gets suspicious, Rich gets pulled in back at Forrester Creations. Brooke Logan has started connecting dots. Deacon has been distant. Taylor has been edgy. Something's off. She goes to Ridge. "You need to talk to her," she says. "I don't trust what's going on between them." Ridge tries to brush it off, but his instincts flare. Memories of the past flood back. He's seen this triangle before. He's lived it, survived it, and now he sees it forming again, right under his nose. Meanwhile, decisions at Forrester are being twisted by personal agendas. The face of the new campaign was supposed to be a creative decision, but emotion has hijacked logic. Taylor wants fresh blood. Brooke wants familiarity. Emotions run high. Loyalty lines are redrawn. Sheila's worried and dangerous over at the darker corners of Los Angeles. Sheila Carter is unraveling, not just from the loss of Deacon, but from the fear that her grip on her world is slipping. Lee confronts her. This has turned into a nightmare. Sheila, fierce and defensive, fires back. "I'm more worried about my marriage." She senses what's happening. She knows Deacon's drifting. She's watching Taylor. And when Sheila watches, she plans. When she plans, she strikes. At Brooke's home, moments of normalcy, but not everything is chaos. At Brooke's home, Liam and Kelly spend sweet moments scrolling through photos on a phone. "I really like this one," Kelly says. "Can we send it to Mommy?" These moments are fleeting. A bubble of peace in a hurricane of scandal. But even that bubble will burst. Later, Liam and Beth dress up to visit. Ivy drops by. Hope prepares to dance with her daughter, trying to ignore the ever-growing tension between her and Carter, who recently told her, "Go be with your family." There's a quiet sadness in that statement. Hope senses it. Carter sees what's coming. And it's not good. Wednesday through Friday, escalations continue by Wednesday. Brooke's eyes fall on Hope's ring. Something about it unsettles her. Ivy continues to flirt with Liam, just enough to raise eyebrows. Beth and Hope dance at home, one last attempt at normal. But everything is heading toward combustion. Electra is under scrutiny. The media is beginning to stir. Sheila's plotting. Taylor's ethics are questioned. Ridge receives an envelope with a photo, the photo of Taylor and Deacon. Intimate. Incriminating. Unexplainable. He holds it in his hand. His jaw tightens. He doesn't say a word. It's coming. And then, the next cliffhanger looms. CBS has confirmed more revelations are coming. But no release time has been scheduled yet. Until then, fans are left with a single, unshakable question. Did Electra destroy her future with one punch? Or did Luna just win the game by losing the fight? There are no heroes left. Only survivors. Stay tuned. Bold and Beautiful returns Monday, September 29th. The Bold and the Beautiful, the return of the legendary triangle, secrets, scandals, and one photo that could shatter everything. The tension in The Bold and the Beautiful is about to erupt with a fury not seen since the golden years of Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor's classic love triangle. The newest chapter in this iconic saga doesn't just revive old wounds, it slices them open deeper. This time, the stakes are higher. Careers are on the line. Reputations hang in the balance. And one image, just one photograph, may destroy everything. It begins with suspicion. Brooke Logan has always trusted her instincts, especially when it comes to men and especially when it comes to Taylor Hayes. Despite the civil truce that's held for the past year, Brooke senses something has shifted. The Deacon-Taylor connection, born out of therapy, seems too personal, too emotional, too familiar. Brooke watches with increasing unease as Deacon begins to show signs of change. Not the kind inspired by healing, but the kind that suggests something else is blooming behind closed doors. She's seen that look in Deacon's eyes before, and it's not gratitude. It's desire. And if Taylor's reciprocating, even subtly, Brooke knows exactly what that means. She doesn't confront Taylor right away. She starts with Ridge. For Brooke, everything starts with Ridge. The man she's fought for, lost, regained, and fought for again. Ridge, still trying to keep his world from unraveling, brushes off her concerns. Taylor's a professional. Deacon's confused. That's it, but Brooke doesn't buy it. She reminds Ridge this isn't the first time Taylor crossed boundaries. And it won't be the last. You know how she operates, Brooke says, her voice low but sharp. She hides behind her title. And when emotions flare, she forgets where the line is. Ridge wants to believe that Taylor's intentions are pure. He's seen her grow, pull herself back from the edge, reclaim her reputation after years of chaos. But he also knows Deacon. The man's a magnet for drama. And if Taylor's getting too close, it could destroy her. Ridge tries to stay neutral, tries to mediate, but the deeper he digs, the more unsettled he becomes. Because Deacon won't give straight answers. Every time Ridge presses, Deacon dodges. He's evasive, defensive, and at times even smug. It's enough to shift Ridge from skeptical to suspicious. As the triangle's tension escalates, the fallout seeps into Forrester Creations. A new campaign is on the table, a bold rebranding to modernize the image of the company and attract a younger market. At the center of this push, the search for a new face of Forrester. It should have been a creative decision, but emotions quickly poison the process. Brooke champions Hope Logan. She believes Hope embodies strength, vision, and legacy. Taylor, quietly, leans toward a fresh new model named Sarayu, a woman she believes can offer something untainted by Forrester history. But the real drama isn't in the boardroom, it's in the motives. Whispers swirl that Taylor's backing Soraya not out of strategy but out of spite. That it's less about business and more about pushing back against Brooke's growing influence in the company and in Ridge's life. The vote deadlocks. Ridge is left with the deciding call, but his head isn't clear. His mind is racing. Is Taylor sabotaging Brooke out of jealousy? Or is Brooke using the campaign to assert dominance? Are either of them making decisions based on logic, or are they all just circling back to old battles in new clothing? Meanwhile, Taylor is spiraling. The sessions with Deacon have ended, but the damage is already done. Rumors swirl. Colleagues grow cold. Invitations disappear. And then come the whispers of a formal review. The American Psychological Board is quietly investigating her conduct. Someone filed a report. Confidential. Anonymous. Sheila. Brooke. Even Deacon? No one knows. But Taylor does know this: if the board finds proof of misconduct, she could lose her license, her career, her reputation, everything. She goes to Deacon, demanding honesty. Did you say something? Did you give anyone a reason to think I crossed the line? Deacon, visibly shaken, insists he didn't. He claims he protected her. Always. But the panic in his eyes tells another story. Maybe it wasn't intentional. Maybe someone overheard. Maybe a photograph slipped through the cracks. And that's exactly what happens. The final moment of the episode is pure bold and beautiful mayhem. Rich returns to the Forster office late at night, papers in hand, trying to finalize the campaign direction. On his desk, a manila envelope. No return address. Just his name handwritten. He opens it casually. Inside is a single photo. Taylor and Deacon. In her office. Her hand gently cupping his face. His forehead resting against hers. Eyes closed. It's not overtly sexual, but it's undeniably intimate. Raw. Vulnerable. Emotional. And completely damning. Rich freezes. 1,000 thoughts crash into him at once. The professional line has been crossed. The personal betrayal is palpable. The therapist in Taylor is gone. The woman in her has taken over. And Deacon? He's been playing both sides the entire time. Rich doesn't speak. He doesn't move. He just stares at the photo. Outside, the wind howls through the trees. End of episode. What happens next could redefine the show's central axis. Ridge is no longer a mediator, he's a man caught between two women, one of whom has just betrayed the oath she swore to uphold. Brooke is watching the fallout, prepared to claim victory, but she doesn't know how deep the damage goes. Taylor, unaware of the photo, continues to fight for her name. And Deacon, the ultimate wildcard, may have to choose between protecting Taylor or protecting himself. In The Bold and the Beautiful, history always repeats, but this time, it might destroy them all.